president took the decision and gave the directive that the National Sports Festival, christened Edo2020, should be postponed as a precautionary move against the spread of COVID-19. The Ministry of Youth and Sport recognizes the fact that a lot of resources, a lot of effort on the part of our athletes has gone into preparing for Edo2020, 36 states and the FCT. But we think that staying healthy to be able to compete in not just Edo2020, but other sporting competitions and tournaments is important. So the interest of the health of our sportsmen and women, it's paramount at this time. But beyond that, we're looking at 11,500 people in Edo State for 2 weeks. And we think that that is a huge number. We think that we should go by just what the Minister of Health has said. They have done extensive review. And we just want to say we have the interest and the welfare of our sportsmen and women at heart. And we know that not too far from now, we'll be able to reenact the festival in Edo.
And one of the things that we need to give attention to is the possibility of people carrying the virus even without knowing, what we call asymptomatic people. That is, they carry it, but they don't even know because they are not manifesting symptoms. And what we know so far is that up to 80–81% of people will either be asymptomatic, that is, not showing any symptoms, or where they show symptoms, the symptoms will just be mild to moderate. And this is a major source of what we call community transmission. So the principle of social distancing has to be respected. That is, preventing or advising against congregation of large number of people. Starting from the National Sports Festival that we have decided to postpone, that also extends even to religious gatherings or any other gathering that you have large number of people. It is not advisable at this point in time.
After due consultation with the MOC and also the local organizing committee of the 20th National Sports Festival tag Edo2020, we regret to announce the postponement of the 20th National Sports Festival tag Edo2020, initially scheduled to take place on the 22nd of March to end on the 1st of April. The postponement has become very necessary as a result of the shutdown of social economy activities in various countries across the world due to the outbreak of the coronavirus, COVID-19. Although there's no pandemic of disease in Nigeria and Edo State in Nigeria, and Edo State government is fully prepared to host the games and handle eventuality that may arise as a result of the outbreak of coronavirus or any other disease. You're all aware that we have been on top of all virus diseases in our state. We have a very sound health team that have been doing very well in the area of Lassa fever, which prevention of coronavirus is similar to that of Lassa fever. So we have been on top of our game, and our health workers have been trained and ready to deal with the issue during the games. But we have to be sensitive to what the world is saying about the coronavirus. We have decided to err on the side of caution and also show some sensitivity to the plight of other countries dealing with this challenge. Details on the new date for the National Sport Festival will be communicated after the consultation with relevant government agency and other bodies, federation. I want to thank you for being with us in all the period we started the preparation of this game, and to assure Nigerians that Edo is always safe in terms of security, in terms of health, and Edo will be hosting, by the grace of God, the most acclaimed, best tournament Nigeria will ever had. We regret this postponement, but we have to err on the side of caution. So I want to thank you, and by the time we are done with communication with the Federal Ministry of Health and Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport and other relevant agency and federation, we will communicate the new date of the festival. Thank you very much. We are going to be discussing with all the relevant agencies, and University of Benin is one of our major agency and body that we have to discuss with. We will be having a lot of discussion, and that is why we have not fixed a new date. We will be discussing with Federal Ministry of Health, and we'll be monitoring event as it unfolds, and also we'll be having a discussion with the management of University of Benin, University of Benin, and also with the management of Federal Government Girls College to see it's in the collaboration with all of them and the discussion that will have taken place that will give us the way to go about the new date. But just be rest assured that we will definitely have communication with all relevant agencies, especially the Federal Ministry of Health and also University of Benin because of the student. So we will definitely make those consultations, and that is why we are not fixing a particular date. We need to consult widely in terms of the issue of the health and the outbreak, and also we also need to communicate with the University of Benin, being the an institution that will be hosting majority of the athletes